Okay, we are live with today's stream. Today I'm playing some Mega Man 2 for Sub Request Sunday as requested by Molar Duck. Am I live? I'm not seeing my stream being live in the background, but OBS seems to think I'm live. Let me just refresh. Okay, I'm good. I'm live. Excellent. I'm just going to share that on all the social medias that we're starting with today's stream, and then we'll get to the game. So Mega Man 2, for 100%ing for me, I mean, Mega Man 2, the big thing is maxing out the life count and then going and beating the game. Thank you for that, host, the Astropath. That is much appreciated as always. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. I'll give Astro a shout out in just a moment. Game, our system audio is gone. Just let me deal with that. I don't know why it goes away as soon as I go live. Like, I'm not sure what's happening with that. But hey, there we go. Shout out the Astropath. Was last playing Mother 3. Did I miss when he started that? Maybe. So yeah, playing Mega Man 2, gonna be working on maxing out our life count. Maxes out at 98. We do this on the normal difficulty. At some point in the future we'll do it on the difficult difficulty. I'm gonna start with Woodman, because I think he has the Leaf Shield, right? Which is the best weapon for... Hey, Brenniverse, welcome in. How are you doing? How's your day going? And I think game audio should be at a good level. Let me know if I need to turn it up or down or anything, but I think it should be good. Ooh, got a life right off the bat. Right off the bat meaning right at the start, but these are also bats, so like, that'll work. Audio seems okay to you? Excellent. Just got 2 1-ups already. Oh, there we go. That's what I can check. That is very lucky. I assume our luck won't continue to be on that level. But I do have plans for how to get lives reasonably quickly. I'm not going to worry about those bats unless I can reach them easily. Okay. So how are you doing today, Brenniverse? How is your day going? Okay. Got ourselves back up to full health. Ooh, these guys are being annoying. Not as bad as I remember. Now I might be thinking of... Oh, this one is worse. So for an eventful, trying to enjoy the end of the weekend. Yeah. Of course, this one only gives me a level 1. as I'm almost dead. That's fine. Do anything interesting over the weekend? Or mostly uneventful throughout the weekend? Oh, the monkeys are being annoying. I think. Maybe not. Okay, these birds. Ooh. Staying yesterday with the snow. Ah, yeah. See, these birds are good to get a lot of items, which is why we want to get the leaf shield, I think it's called, which is a weapon from this very level, and then we want to take out those little birds with that. Keep getting hit by those things they throw. Oh, they can throw other carrots. They're carrots. They're clearly carrots. Well, they were feathers before, but no, they're clearly carrots. You can throw them diagonally. Because of course they can. Okay, now I have to deal with roadrunners. Because of course we do. How far back does that send us? Okay, back here. Okay. It's not too bad. Not too shabby. I think we can. Those birds that drop the eggs are on other levels as well, which is hope, as I'd rather do them in an area that doesn't also have the monkeys to deal with. Nice. Found before even threw a carrot. Deal with the stairs there. Another set of stairs here. Okay, it's better to just go right down there and attack. Okay, so now the roadrunners again. Okay. Made it to the boss man. Well, I could do very well this time. Because, you know, yeah. Okay. No, didn't even last a single attack. Okay, Woodman. You think you're so cool. Okay. And you get better about avoiding that. Does it jump through the door thing? Oh, yeah. Okay, okay. Doing a bit better there. There is no song request in this channel, Jelly Boy. You're gonna have to go somewhere else if you want to do song request. No. Game over. Oh, that was fast. Continue puts me back into the same stage, but at the beginning. Right, yes. And guys, I could use some help. I kind of messed up. There we go. Thank you very kindly. That's exactly what I wanted. Throwing carrots at me. Who do you think you are? Okay. Okay. Yeah, no luck with getting a bunch of lives this time, like last time we got 2 lives right off the hall. Really lucky. Yeah, the first one's easy. This one's a bit trickier. That's, like, doable. The third one is the one that's really bad here. Oh, we're getting better. We're definitely getting better. Which is most excellent. Most, very much excellent, excellent. Okay. Back here again. Back to full health. Oh, we were at full health. Excellent, back to full health again. Yeah, with those birds, because the egg drops so many birds, drops so many items. Which is why we just want to get the leaf shield, so we can just, like, quickly take them all out, and then... That's what we're going for. Excellent, excellent. Full health coming into the Roadrunner section. They jump over me if I'm not moving. I assume it gets, like, by the edges it gets a bit wonky, but because they need a bit of time after they land before they can jump again. So this time I'm probably not going to get him with my... Did decently though, despite my low health start. Got him. main thing was just avoiding the part he throws at you. The stuff coming from top, just ignore, I find. I'm trying to avoid that as well, I'm just not going to do well. Metal Man Corridor. Metal Man Corridor. What's in the Metal Man Corridor? It's been a while since I played the game. But no, the solution is to find one of those places with where the birds drop the eggs. Also, welcome in, Emily. Those eggs that like get like just a ton of, you know, just drop like, you know, like what is it, 10 those baby birds out of the eggs or whatever, and then you just have Leaf Shield on there and keep going. I'm not sure which stages. Woodman's did, but we already went and beat that, so I'm gonna like go through other stages. Do I remember what is good against what? I do not. Drills, okay. Yeah. 98 is the max, though, not 99. For whatever reason, it maxes out at 98. Where do I want to go next? Gotta use that logic. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure Heatman is good against Woodman. Bubbleman is good against Heatman. That'd be my guess. Wood... yeah. Air, maybe? We'll go with Airman. Because, like, trees block the wind. Oh, wait. Okay, these guys just keep... Okay. Horns to go down. Then go across. Crown us. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been working on that on my 3DS Virtual Console Super Mario Brothers, and I already have like my lives maxed out, or near max, and I'm working on like maxing out my score. But you have to be careful in that game because in that game the lives loop around. So if you know you go over the max, you'll be in the negatives and you'll game over on your next death. So yeah, and because of the fact that it's symbols, but I have like a I have a thing whenever I'm playing it. I have a thing open showing what everything is. Oh yeah, okay. This is what we want here. So okay, we want to wait for them to. No. No, I want to be waiting for them to drop, for it to open up. So maybe it'd be better on a stage where the clouds aren't blocking, but... yeah. We haven't got any yet, how do we know? Good. See, these birds are good for this because of the fact that there's just so many of them, you just get tons of item drops. But it's still, you know, up to luck to draw what items you get. That way you're also, you know, also getting like, I don't know what I was going to be saying there. Just have to be careful that I don't do it too soon and crap. And then just hit the egg instead. Like, if I wait too long, a bunch of the birds get me, but, you know... That almost doesn't matter because, like, I'm getting a lot of health as well. I wonder where they're gonna get, like, a life when lands behind the clouds and not notice and just go the other way. Hey, there we go, got our first life from doing this. Yeah, so this is definitely like the best strategy. Not necessarily on this specific level. Like, it works on any level with these birds. But I decided to go with this one because of, well, this is the first one I played since unlocking the weapon. So I was like, well, yeah, let's do it. I guess if it lands over there, it doesn't always work. There we go. It's running a little bit low on ammo, so that's good. Back up to max. So, what's everyone's plans for the week? Anyone doing anything interesting this week? Got 2 lives there, I think. No, I think I just counted the 1, even though it looked like 2 draw. But I guess because they were in the same spot over road 1 or something, I don't know. Unless it just looked like 1 draw, or unless it was just 1 that draw, then just looked like 2 draw for a second. That's entirely possible. The Your Interesting Thing Friday? Oh yeah. So he's gonna be quite dull. Yeah. Friday I went and saw Avengers Endgame, which is, you know, my most interesting thing for the week. But, you know, I'm doing a lot of interesting... Well, I mean, I'm streaming. You know, yesterday it's Star Wars RPG stream. Today I'm doing this. Wednesday for my 2-year affiliate anniversary here on Twitch, I'm doing another Ninja Gaiden 3 stream. Thursday doing some more Ghosts and Goblins. Friday doing some more Sonic the Hedgehog. Next Saturday doing some more Star Wars RPG. Oh yeah? This week is gonna be a letdown week. I haven't seen Shazam yet. I still haven't seen Aquaman. We're talking DC movies. I had a friend who invited me to see, actually the same friend invited me to see both Aquaman and Shazam, but both times were times that just did not work for me. Because it is very hard to find times that work for me for movies. Like, for MCU films, I always make time, but that's like, I plan that out, you know. I mean, I have a spreadsheet, my schedule spreadsheet that lists out all the MCU films on the schedule, which, like, is from, like, now until 2023, so, like, I have those planned out years in advance. Do have to change them at times where they, like, change the schedule, but, yeah. Otherwise, like, it's like, other movies, it's like, if somebody invites me and it is a time that works for me, then sure, but on short notice, it's often not a time that works for me. Between working and streaming, and in theory, I occasionally need to sleep. It'd be so nice if I didn't need to sleep. Like, you know how much time you would save if you didn't need to sleep? I'm just now realizing the shield doesn't actually shoot out until you start moving. When you stand still, it just is a shield, and then when you start moving, it shoots out. Yeah, sleep is quite annoying. Hopefully someday they find, you know, a safe and healthy alternative that doesn't take up so much time. Still sometimes get dropped in the clouds where I cannot see them. It's definitely an issue. Overall, this seems to be a decent place to do this. Keep going back and forth. Getting things here and there. Getting an occasional life. See when I had that game over my first attempt against Woodman, because I actually ended up, like, I got 2 lives during my first go-through of the Woodman level, but then I got game over against the Woodman himself. Like, it was, like, what was it, like, the first and third enemy I killed on stream today both dropped a life, and I was like, awesome, and then Oh, no. You don't get to keep those. You get back into the swing of things. It's been a little while since I played a Mega Man game. The last one, probably whenever I did the original Mega Man for a sub request. No, not even sub request day. That was when I was attempting to do the 12-hour stream that I ended up giving up on, and I still actually need to do yet as a result, but because of the because of my computer issues and my drop frames issues. I still actually owe that 12-hour stream, which what I'm probably gonna do, because after this I have, I think, 3 more, like, did that give a 1-up that just disappeared? Well, that sucks. I think I have 3 more sub requests from like last year where we switched to the voting system. So what I'm probably going to do though, after that, do 1 week where I'll do the 12-hour stream, and then after that switch to doing the votes. Because I think that's my plan moving forward, is anytime I have a 12-hour or 24-hour stream that I owe, I'll do that on Sunday instead of the sub request. I think that's the plan. Actually, speaking of which, I'm pretty close to doing a 24-hour stream, because when I hit 50 subs, I'll be adding a 24-hour stream to the schedule, and I'm currently at 45, which is the closest I have ever been to 50, and like, a month ago at this time I was at like 4 subs, so like, 4-ish, maybe 3 even. So like, if you want to see I feel like some of these lives I'm getting are just disappearing on me. So if you want to be seeing a 24-hour stream, like, this is the time to be subbing. Because we're super close. And also, at 50 subs, I'll unlock another emote slot when it becomes available for affiliates. It's not available yet, it'll probably be sometime in May. That'll become available for affiliates, but yeah. And speaking of which, so I talked a bit about what I want to be doing with my emote slots that I have unlocked. Because right now I have 2 unused Tier 1 emotes and a Tier 2 emote. And so one of those Tier 1s is going to be me as a Lego minifigure sipping coffee, or well, sipping something that not really gonna be obvious what it is. It's just, you know, a Lego coffee mug. Well, Lego mug, I should say. Not necessarily coffee, but yeah. So that's going to be a sip emote. My Tier 2 is going to be a me as a Gen 1 Pokemon trainer hugging a Charmander. And then the other Tier 1 emote I currently have is going to actually be me as Mega Man. But I'm still trying to decide what kind of emote I want to do with that. Look, oh. Okay. Well. Actually drop down. Okay, we're at 7 lives, so. We'll move on with the low for now, and then. Way? Here we go. Yeah, so me as Mega Man, but I still kind of... My original idea was doing it as a eye roll emote, but I'm like, is that too similar to a sip emote? I mean, like, if I had a lot of emotes, you know... No, they are different, but, like, they are used in some of the same ways, so it's like, and when I only have so many emotes, it's like... that was a mistake. My other thing I'm thinking is doing a me as Mega Man for a rip emote, so like, you know, the eyes being X's and the tongue hanging out and kind of like, you know, a dead emote type thing for, you know, whenever I die in video games. So that's definitely an idea. Okay, but yeah, if anybody has any like suggestions, what they think of those ideas. This area is a bit too dangerous to do that strategy. Am I just despawning those guys, or what? Yeah, I'm definitely okay with that. I'm definitely okay with despawning enemies a lot of the time in this game. Okay, so now we see if I was right or not. I was definitely right. That was definitely his weakness. Okay. Equipped with air shooter. Message from Dr. Light. Item 2 completed. Get your weapons ready. 2. Get equipped with Item 2. Okay, so Airman. Who would Airman be good against? My thinking is Crashman, because, like, airbags? That'd be my guess. We'll try it out. I like this music here. Okay, there's independently spawning enemies. Alright, there's a ladder over here, go away. Okay. Those circles in, like, in this level, those, like, circular things in, like, they look like wiring or whatever, but those things look like little Death Stars to me. Kinda tempted to get one of those health things, but no. Nah, we're gonna get some health. Fill up on health. I just wait, I'm gonna, like, take more damage getting up there than I just healed, right? That's what's gonna happen? Is that what's gonna happen? Maybe not. No? Okay. Shoot the part with the eyes, that makes sense. Makes sense to me, anyway. That section worries me. It's too easy. See, this is why the section here is here. Okay, that worked. Just gotta take your time occasionally. 2 ladders. Did we pick the right one? I don't think I have to be collecting any items here. So as cool as this strategy is, just standing there doesn't actually seem to work. Which is too bad. Okay. We'll grab ourselves an E-tank. What is this one? Excellent. Didn't even need to go back around. Of course we're going to grab every one if we actually come across. I find out if I'm right about this weakness. Is that his health? What was his health? That was really low, so pretty sure I was right there. I should actually be hitting him more. Oh yeah, that is definitely his health. Hey! Lord Fuzzy Egg, how goes it? How are you doing? Welcome in. So we get equipped with Crash Bomber. Stage select. Crash Bomber. What would that be good against? My feeling is Quick Man. It's going. Mega Man's going decently. I have 6 lives so far. I have 7 lives so far. Going for 98 lives. Finding any in... Oh, I mean, finding, like, good spot in here for... Oh, great. I remember this level now all of a sudden. Oh, that's where we wanted to go. Oh, no. Okay. How do I go? Start right after the part with the... where you could have got the life in the E-Tank. That's exactly what we want. Okay, so this is going to be a... tricky part. Good thing I haven't put, yeah. Good thing I haven't put too much time into collecting lives yet, because... I think I'm gonna lose them all, everything I've gathered in this next bit. Hey, Helen, I'm doing good. Yourself? Certainly doing a lot better than Mega Man is. Like, that's for sure. okay, a little upset stomach, but okay. Hopefully your upset stomach gets better soon. Just working on some perlers. Nice. What kind of perlers are you working on? Remember when I had 7 lives? Now I'm down to 2. Just from like this section. Just random ones? Okay. Wait, was this the part where when I was doing this previously, I actually picked on something on my mouse? Where I looked at, instead of the computer, or instead of the TV screen, I looked at my Wii U gamepad, because I'm doing this on Wii U. And that worked better because of less lag. Yes. That does work better. Mario Brothers designs and others, nice. Less lag if I'm looking at it on the Wii U gamepad. Yep. Kinda makes that time I spent farming lives kinda pointless now. Okay, well, we're back here again. Hey, now that we know look at the gamepad, or remember that look at the gamepad works better for this section. Because there is slight lag with my TV that I don't have. Ah, crap. Turn back too soon. TV's overall better because of the bigger screen, but that lag, which is not really noticeable. It's like it's a lot. Like, I do have my TV in game mode, which reduces lag. Because I remember it used to be a lot worse, but for something like this, it's still there. Even without the lag, though, you know, it's still a very tight section. Okay, let's try this again. That part right there especially. Okay. Wow, okay. One death away from another game over. No, it's good that I'm getting this level out of the way now. Get this level out of the way and then go. And build up my lives. Oh, that's the one I was also going to check. Yeah, my E-Tank is gone, so Game Over gets rid of E-Tanks. Good to know. I mean, the eventual goal is to get 98 lives. It's not like we should be expecting a lot of game overs once we actually, you know, get our lives up there. Not much that we use on that thing, but, you know, might as well. The ammo's there, and we're not gonna get it again, because not until we get game over and it's back, so. If we get game over. Like, this might be the time that we actually do it. Might not get game over again. That'd be the ideal. Ideally, this would be the time that I succeed, this exact life. I think I know what I need to be doing differently, which is basically, I need to be, like, preparing a bit sooner for that screen, the last screen I got to. Hey, we're making progress. Because, like, you know, we're slowly getting a bit better. Every death is not a failure, it is a learning attempt. We're just finding what exactly doesn't work. That life is a trick. That life is a trick. You don't want to be going for it. Going for that life would just waste more lives. Hey, we got further. We got further. Because I would like being prepared for the next screen while still on you know, previous one. Can't prepare too far in advance, though, obviously, because, you know, you need to deal with the screen you're on before you get to the next screen. Preparing for the next screen and not worrying about the screen you're on, well, then you're just gonna die sooner. It's a mixture of worrying about the present and the future. But not the past. You don't have to worry about the past. Not in Mega Man. In real life you need to worry about the past. But Mega Man... Mega Man, you just die a lot. Or at least I die a lot. You might not die a lot in Mega Man. You know. We all have our things we are good and not good at. Strangely enough, platformers are not one of the things I'm particularly good at. I'm decent at platformers. I would not say I'm good at them. I'm like, oh crap, I waited too long. Then I'm like, wait, I can damage boost through, and it worked. That's not all I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Damage boost through those lasers. Fortunately, there's no enemies, like, in the section up ahead with the lasers that I could just use to damage boost through. That'd be nice. Okay. Let's do this. Well, I go further. I mean, it's definitely possible to get that life, I think. But I don't think it's worth it to try. Too high a risk. Everything in that run is a trap. Yep, yep. Like, I wasn't going for the ammo or anything. I was just, starting to move... Because I needed to move over to the left. I was just doing it a bit too soon. Because, like, at the bottom, I needed to move over to the left. But, that's where the next exit from that screen was. But I just started moving over a bit too soon. Started moving over preemptively and got stuck. Okay. Yeah. You're very upset? Just because of the laser pit, or are you upset for other reasons? But yeah, the laser pit is definitely tricky. What you'll see is I'm looking, I look down every time I'm going through the pit, because I'm playing this on the Wii U. It's on the Wii Virtual Console, but on my Wii U and Wii mode. And I'm looking down the Wii U gamepad for this, because that has slightly less lag than my TV. Which allows me to... On my TV, I'm not even able to do this. But on the gamepad, I can. It's still taking a lot of attempts, but like, on the TV, I wasn't even getting past, like, the second screen of the lasers. Okay. And normally the lag on my TV is not enough to be a bother, but occasionally... Occasionally it is. Yeah, because of the laser pit. How are you doing otherwise, though? How's your day going? Hopefully better than Mega Man's. Like this laser stuff here is fine. Can't do that, no problem. Game of Thrones is tonight. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I myself have never actually watched Game of Thrones. Bye. See you later. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Oh. Made it. How many lives do we have? 4. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, which weapon were we going to be trying out? I don't know if this is a weakness or not, but... Seems like it. The Flash Stopper. That's right. Now that you say that, I actually remember that. Yeah, that's right, so then... Flash Stopper was good against Quick Man, actually, and... So then who was Crash Man actually good against? Metal Man? Maybe? Or Flash Man. Who's good against Flash Man? Boomerangs are good against Bubble Man? Seems weird, but okay. Sure, let's do Bubble Man next. remember having a lot of trouble with this stage. Do these drop? These drop. Those drop. Everybody, those drop, just in case you weren't aware. In that case, what we're going to do... probably look at my gamepad for this as well. There we go, there we go. How dare you be right where I land? Ah yeah. In 1988, I was 1. So not really playing video games at that age. It feels like exploding after 10 minutes. Oh, this seems familiar in an annoying way. Maybe. I think one of the later Mega Man games that also had underwater with spikes, maybe? Or maybe, was it this one? I think it was the late... Does another Mega Man game also have, like, an underwater section with spikes? I think it was... because this one isn't seeming too bad. So I've played up to Mega Man 5. And they do oftentimes, like, blend together in my brain because of, you know, there's 5 of them that are all in the NES. They all, like, have very similar graphics and, like, such. Okay. So that was Quick Boomerang. Oh, there it is, the Q at the bottom. Astro Boy, I know they look kind of the same, and yeah, they're both like robots, but are they like other? Because I don't really know much about Astro Boy other than, you know, like what he looks like. Bulbaman's probably good against Heat Man. Thing is though, I want to check if any of the remaining levels are good for Mega Man 2 maps for getting a lot of lives, or if I want to be going back to one of the ones I've already done. Let's see, Heatman. Heatman, Flashman, and Metal Man. Bubbles are good as Heatman, yeah. I definitely understand that. So I'm trying to figure out, because one of my goals is to, you know, max out my lives. Just trying to figure out in what way I want to do that. Emily is also suggesting Metal Man stage, which might be a decent idea. Or I could go back to Woodman's stage. Okay, we're gonna do Heatman, then Metal Man. Okay, I'm gonna get Heatman out of the way. Nothing else. What's gonna happen here? I'm gonna kill one of these and it's gonna drop the life right into the lava. That's what's gonna happen here. I'm calling it now, okay. So it didn't happen, but, you know, it very easily could have. It probably would have if I didn't, like, mostly stop shooting them and just try to get across. Oh, one of these sections. Okay. Yeah, this is easy. I just didn't get the timing. That section was easy, but we're gonna have a not easy section of that coming up. That's just the way things work around these parts. Yeah, I saw that coming. Okay, okay. That's not the right thing. That's what we want to be hitting. Excellent, worked. Okay, okay. So I see where you're going with this, and I'm just gonna say no. Okay, so mistakes were made. That's obvious. Mistakes were made. Ah, crap, I needed that. There we go. Grab some more of that. You guys get a bit lower, a bit faster. Ah, crap. I need to not instantly move over until, like, I know. Damn it, Eric. You needed that. There we go. Excellent. Double excellent. Okay. Those things are really annoying. Like, they move so slowly, and you wouldn't think they'd be that annoying, but there's just so many of them, and they just keep coming. They just never stop. They're like something out of your nightmares. Yeah. I didn't mean the blocks, I was talking about that. Well, the blocks are out of your nightmares as well, clearly. But those, like, these little cylinder guys, they just keep on coming, and it gets kinda annoying. Especially the combination of them and the blocks. Like, just them or just the blocks, whatever. Them and the blocks. That's where the real annoyance comes in. Most games, I mean... most of the Mega Man games have a lot. Like, the Mega Man series, and this is actually, I find, the easiest of the Mega Man games that I've played. There we go. The mistake last time was stopping to get the life. It's easy on normal, but challenge and difficult. Ah, yeah. Okay, we're at half health. I'm gonna try anyway. Oh yeah. Or, I mean, that was close. Even with me being half health and not remembering his patterns or anything. I'll get him this time. Okay. Get equipped with... What is the difference between the difficulties in this one, if you don't mind my asking? I assume it's like, things like damage and enemy health and that kind of stuff. Because imagine, like, the levels are still the same as... Maybe more enemies, but, like, as far as level layout, I assume is still the same. Take double damage. Oh. Enemies take double damage. That wouldn't even be... Like, I mean, it would definitely be worse, but... But, yeah. Okay. Grab ourselves another E-Tank. I think there's 2 of them on this level, if I'm recalling correctly. Ah, come on. Most enemies. Science die in one hit regardless. But, bosses take... no longer take 2 hits from Buster. Okay. Yeah, still full on everything as far as weapons. So let's see how long it takes us to get some lives here in this section. Here I do need to be paying a bit more attention because, like, the way I was doing it with the birds, I was just kind of like, you know, walking back and forth. So, like, I was walking into anything that dropped. Here I'm standing in one spot, waiting for stuff to drop. So it's slightly different. Very slightly different. Wow, I've been live for an hour and a half already? It does not feel that long. It really does not. Which is weird, because, like, the... Well, actually, that's the same. I was a bit late starting stream today, I guess about 15 minutes late. So it was like, I'm like, okay, I have about half an hour to get ready for stream. At, like, you know, at 12:30, I was thinking, like, normal. And all of a sudden I'm looking at the time, and all of a sudden it's like, it's 12:55, how... Where did the last, like, half hour go? I was, like, not nearly ready for stream on time. Yeah. I guess enemies having double health, the biggest issue would be the Robot Masters themselves. Like, some other enemies as well, but it doesn't make the Robot Masters more difficult, but... Which I suppose I do have issues with. Especially, like, when you get to, like, the Wily Castle, whichever number is the one where you do, like, the fights against all of them again. So far, no lives dropped. What is my current life count at, anyway? 1. I think I prefer the bird strategy. I'm gonna start slowly making my way forward through this. Then I'll go back and do, I think I'll try Woodman's stage instead of, what's his name? Airman? Or what I was doing before. That said, what is this? Okay. That's what we want. Grab that life. Nice. Got another one right there. And right there's another E-tank. That's like death down there, right? Yeah, that's not where I'd go, so... Three E-tanks out of, I think, a max of 4. A few lives. And this is Metal Man, so I'm thinking... this. That doesn't work. That worked. That worked quite nicely, in fact. Metal Blade. Can you wait? Can't re-enter levels in this? Huh, okay, well, mistakes were made then, if you can't re-enter levels in this game. Because you can in the first Mega Man. Wily's Fortress? Where in Wily's Fortress? Because let's see here. Because we have Left Flash Man. His place isn't great, looking at the map for grinding for lives. Dr. Wily stage. Okay, so you're saying stage 2. I'm just gonna look at. I already opened up the map here for 1, so we're just gonna take a look at it. Oh no, Wily stage 1, right at the beginning has birds that drop eggs. So that's excellent. Wily stage 2. Wily stage 2 has another one of those corridors with those drill things. Stage 3 doesn't look great for it. It has some enemies though, so if like we lose any, we can like regain a few. And then stage 4 again, some enemies we can regain, any that are lost. Stage 5 is the Robot Master refights. And stage 6 is the end. Okay. Yeah, so so excellent. We are okay then. In fact, Dr. Wily stage 1 is probably better than even Woodman stage or Airman stage would have been. Because no clouds blocking the view and no like pits to fall down. How many lives are we at currently? 3. Okay. Yeah. A bit too high. It lasts longer than you were thinking, Eric. You have plenty of time. I feel like I want to go that way. Never disappear, there we go. I feel like it didn't actually matter. It was just a fight that I avoided. I was hoping like items would be down. I mean, they might still be on this path. Health I don't need. Oh, although... Ah. That's fine. This is fine. Okay. Now I could use some help. Actually, wanted to take this guy out first. Oh, never mind, there's more help there. Ice is really... Oh, no, it's gone. Ice is really making things tricky here. Okay. Hey! Got myself my 4th and final E-Tank. Okay. Flashman would be weak to... Let me think here. Okay, what's that? Heat, air... What does W stand for again? Wood. Bubble. Quick. M stands for... What does M stand for again? Metal, doy. Metal. And crash. Flash would be weak to, Flash, let's see here. Heat doesn't make sense. Air, flash, not seeing connection. Wood. Bubble. Quick. Well, Flash we know is good against. It's supposed to be good against Quick, so that wouldn't be it. Metal. Crash. Because Metal. Let's try Metal. I don't know. Yeah, Metal works. Metal works pretty well. We also get our final item. Item 3. Completed. We got them out of order. We got 2, then 1, then 3. Get equipped with item 3. I want a flying saucer. Does anybody want to build me a real working flying saucer? I would pay you quite well if I could afford to. But I currently cannot. But if I could, I would. Now, yeah, this is actually a really good area to do this. If they just drop a life. Is that a life? No. Thought I saw a life drop in that mess. It's probably better to actually, though, to be moving, because only so many items can appear on the screen at once. Yeah, this is probably the best spot in the game for grinding for lives. And then we get to one end, we just walk back and go back and forth like this. We'll be at 98 lives in no time. I think we be careful though where we're seeing some items landing on the ground. That of course is awkward. Walk back and forth, that may be better because we don't have to worry about items landing on the ground. I prefer doing the full walk back and forth though. I think that they also come faster when you're not constantly turning around. I don't know if that life actually counts. I didn't hear the life sound when I collected that mess of stuff. Okay, well, when I see a life, I should right away go start moving forward, even if there's still some left. Because otherwise, yeah, there's only so much items appear on the screen, so I think some of them, when too many things appear, cancels out some of them. So I realize the ammo isn't used up when you activate it, it's only when you actually move and shoot out the shield that it actually uses up the ammo, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, that happened. I keep accidentally using it a bit, or not always, but like often accidentally using it when the egg is like dropping right on me and then just the egg is taken out instead of the little birds. Isn't ideal, but you know. work with what we have. Like there. Happen. Seven, okay. Currently at 7. It was like the highest we got to earlier when we were doing this on Airman stage 4. We were like, oh no, we should act. Or no, actually I just got accidentally knocked out of it, that's right. Alright, actually, because that was the section where you walk in some clouded areas and also drop down to the next screen. Okay, now we're at 8. The nice thing is, like, even if I somehow get unlucky and run out of ammo, like, I can use any weapon for this. This is just the fastest weapon for it. So we're at 9 lives. Too bad it's still opening weekend for Avengers Endgame, as there's some stuff I definitely want to talk about it, but it would be... Obviously I'm not going to, like, spoil anything for now. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about how Endgame is going to be... Effects from that will be, like, impacting the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I don't want to be spoiling it for anyone, so I won't do that. Trying to think of what else I can talk about while I'm just farming for lives here, like a farmer. Farmer Mega Man. Do we know what happens to Mega Man by the time of, like, the, like, Mega Man X series? Because that's... In Mega Man X, its character is X, like, it is a separate character from Mega Man, I think. I could see, like, if it is, like, you know, reuse the body or whatever, in the same way that in, like, comics, Vision was created using the body of the Golden Age Human Torch, but they were still, like, separate characters. But... I don't know if there's anything... I'm not exactly an expert on the Mega Man lore, as it were. Definitely need to play more. I mean, I've beaten the first 5 Mega Man games, and possibly Dr. Wily's Revenge for the Game Boy. Like, I have it on my 3DS. And I remember I did play it quite a bit back in the day, like on Virtual Console I have out there. But I don't remember if I beat it or not. But yeah, I definitely need to play more of the Mega Man games when I can afford to start collecting them again. I mean, I do have Mega Man X for my Super Nintendo, actually. I could at some point go Mega Man X even like without having finished playing through the classic series, because let's be honest, Mega Man isn't exactly, you know, you're not really spoiling much by going and playing X without having played through, like, Mega Man 6 and up. I mean, actually even then, like, 7 and up came out after Mega Man X, I believe, right? I mean, definitely, like, I definitely know 8 and further, because 8 was on the PlayStation and such. 7 was on the Super Nintendo, but I believe it came out after at least the first Mega Man X. So really, it's only 6 is the only one that, like, I haven't played that I know for sure, or I'm reasonably certain came out before Mega Man X. Even though I don't know for certain, because there definitely were NES games still released after the Super Nintendo came out, so even then, I'm just kind of guessing. Oh, we had them draw frames at some point. Only 20 though, so nothing to worry about, but... I'm going for about 2 hours. Then I could really go for stuff right now, some A&W. If you're not Canadian, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, if you're American, you might know what A&W is, kind of. But American and Canadian A&W are very different and have been since the 70s. Or, well, they've been different since the 70s when Canadian A&W became a separate company. It's a fast food place, for anyone unaware. And everything I've heard is that American A&W honestly isn't the greatest. Like, it's fine, it's fast food or whatever, like, that's just nothing special or whatever, whereas here in Canada, A&W is probably, like, one of the better fast foods. No, not better, like, you know, taste-wise, honestly. I mean, it's fast food, it's not gonna be, like, healthy for you or anything. It's also so expensive, though, which is the unfortunate thing. I mean, in general, from my understanding, fast food is a lot more expensive up here in Canada than it is down in the States. Not sure the why on that, but it is the case. What is my life count at right now? Oh, we're at 11. Oh, I missed when we got into the double digits. The last I remembered it being at was 9. So we're like a 9th of the way there. Or no, well, that makes sense. Just over and out the way there, I suppose. Birds would all feel my wrath. For every time a bird enemy has annoyed you in a video game, I'm getting revenge for all of us. I mean, not even just birds, like flying enemies in video games in general can just be so annoying. Because they can like just come at you from up top. They can cause all sorts of issues. I was curious about that. I also realized. I also remembered when I was the one area with the ladders. I was shooting it up, and I was like, was I able to shoot this up just because it was the ladder? No. I can shoot it up any time by pressing up. Can I shoot it down? I can. Okay, cool. Awesome. So I can shoot that in any of the 4 directions. That's pretty cool. The nice thing about this being Virtual Console is, unlike when I was doing my Super Mario Bros. 3 thing a couple of weeks ago, I do not just need to leave this running forever while I work on it. I can just, like, you know, do however much I get done today and then come back to it at some later time. When it, once again, next time it's requested for Sub Request Sunday. Or is it part of, like, a marathon stream or whatever. So what video games is everyone else playing these days? You know, any interesting games at the moment? You all know what I'm up to, you know, Mondays play Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. Not this week because I'm working tomorrow, but on the off chance I'm not working on Tuesday, I play Blaster Master, but that's rare. Wednesday is Ninja Gaiden 3, which I've finally been doing again the last couple of weeks, or last weekend, it's next week. Thursday, Ghosts and Goblins, and Friday, Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, this is definitely a good theme. That's nice, like when I am 1-up farming, yes. When I'm just, you know, doing something like this 1-up farming, it's nice to have music that does not annoy. That is part of the goal of this 100% playthrough. Is max lives, which is 98. I'm currently at 11, I believe. I don't think I've gotten any since I last checked. I'm learning so many one-up farming tricks for so many different games. Especially NES games. But other stuff as well. Some Super Nintendo stuff as well. My favorite though is Castlevania, because the one-up trick there, while I read some stuff online for getting lives, none of the strategies I read online for getting lives in Castlevania, none of them worked exactly as an infinite life trick. One of them, well, the one thing kind of did, but like it wasn't in an area that worked, and I figured out an area that I could do it in where it actually worked. Like, it was a one-up trick, but not an infinite, because of the way it was set up. Yeah, he is the Blue Bomber, and, Winnipeg does have a football team called the Blue Bombers, and I am from near Winnipeg. Not actually from Winnipeg, but I'm from near there. Yeah. Exists forever, but like, the one in the original Castlevania is tricky. See, when I was looking up what to do for that one, what I was reading was that when you use holy water, if you use a single thing of holy water that kills 2 or more enemies, you get points for it. And every so many points, you get a life. The problem is that, everywhere, the game? Which game? Which game breaks when you get 256? Not this game. This game maxes out at 98. So if you're talking about this game, then no. If this just maxes out at 98 and stops going up. Anyway, so Castlevania, like I was saying. Yeah, it had a timer. So, the thing is that, most of the areas that I was reading online that were good for getting lives is like, you need to get holy water in an earlier section and bring it with you, but then you can only get lives up till you die, or you can only get points up till you die, and then, you know, you don't have holy water anymore, so you can't keep doing it, so you can't do it infinitely. So then I was like, okay, where can I do it where I can do it in, like, where's an area that I can get holy water guaranteed, and that has, like, infinitely spawning enemies in an area that I can, like, easily take them out quickly. I did some research, well, I did some, like, testing, and found an area that did it. It's a slow process, because it's basically, you get enough points. Oh, you want to spawn there and it despawned. That's the annoying thing with this. Too many items spawn. Despawn and so on. Yeah, so you get basically 1 or 2 lives per death in Castlevania in the area I found. So it's a very slow process, but it works. Yeah, so this game, yeah, has a cap of 98. The only game I'm aware of the stuff that where I've been doing it that doesn't have a cap would be Super Mario Bros. 1, where after 120, I believe it's after 127 lives, it loops around to being negative 128 lives, and then you just got game over the next time you die, because you're in the negatives. Yeah. So So that one you have to be very careful. And it's doubly annoying because of the fact that after a certain point, it doesn't show you the lives in numbers, it shows you in like various symbols and such that it takes from, you know, the game's graphics. So not only do you have to be careful of how high your lives get, you have to be careful of it when, you know, A, you can only see the lives like when you die, and B, it's with like various graphical symbols and such. So, yeah. That I've been doing on my 3DS, though, on the Virtual Console. So there I have, like, a save state created, so if I ever mess up, I can just, like, go back and redo it. But, Sonic 1 has a glitch that if you enter a wall that doesn't have collision programming, the game can find Sonic at the highest value of X. The game doesn't crash. The highest value of X. I believe I have heard about that. Because like that gets used in like speedrunning or whatever, I assume. I haven't played, like I recently last on Friday started playing the original Sonic the Hedgehog. Like I've played like a few of them here and there and such, but haven't spent much time with them, so I don't really have a lot of experience. But yeah, I do remember reading about that somewhere. It's really interesting learning all of the different glitches and exploits you can do in various games. Especially for somebody like me that likes maxing out stuff like, you know, lives and points and whatnot, being like, okay, what's the fastest way to do this? Or the easiest way? Or, like, what's the fastest way to do it that's, like, within my skill level is probably the best way of putting it. Because sometimes there's certain things where it's like, okay, that would be faster, but I can't do that. What are we at right now for lives? 12 or 13? Only 12. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be... Unless I start getting ridiculously lucky, we're not going to be finishing this today. Which is fine. It's on Virtual Console, so I can pick it up from where I left off anytime I want. So like when I was doing the Super Mario Bros. 3 run a few weeks ago, and that, whereas I had to, you know, that was on my actual NES, so I had to be all in one go. The life maxing out of Super Mario Bros. 3 is relatively quick. It's the points that takes forever. So I was doing about, like, 1 million points an hour, which, during a point where I was, like, just, like, farming points.
I was already like 7-ish hours into the game at that point, and only had got like 1.5 million points up to that point, so then I spent like about 8.5 hours just maxing out my points before moving on and finishing the game. Nice. Now, nice. I like when I get a few, like, I like when I get them in a row, because, like, especially after having not caught any for a while, it's like the RNG is actually, you know, being like, okay, you know what, you've been at this for a while, let's, you know, let's give you a few. Let's reward your persistence, your patience, your stubbornness. If I could set it up so they would always come, like, if I could set up where I was standing in one spot and they would always, like, come at me from the top, so then any items would just drop on me, that would be ideal. Yeah, now, yeah, we're really getting lucky here now. I think we're at, like, 15 now? We were just having a long stretch of nothing, and now we're just like getting a ton in a really short amount of time. I mean, that's just the way the RNG goes. Like, sometimes the RNG is with you, sometimes it is not. There's nothing you can do but hope for the best. Oh, we're at 19 already, wow. I missed a few. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Probably another string of... It's gonna be a while before we get more, but, you know, it's fine. We had a really nice string there where I even lost track of how many I was getting, so... Might have been somewhere where two dropped at once, so I didn't notice. That's entirely possible. But I've seen two dropping at once before, and sometimes, you know, one of them gets cancelled out, but that's because of too many items on screen. You can have more than one life on screen at a time, it's just you can't have over a certain amount of items total on screen. Like there I got 2, like 3 had appeared, but one was behind me and that one disappeared because there was too much stuff on screen. Went the right direction though, so I grabbed the 2. Definitely. Definitely doing decently. I think I missed that, right? That one, yeah, that one despawned before I got it. That's the thing. When a life appears, I need to start moving at it right away. So now we're at 22. Which means 2/9 of the way. Well, actually, no. Kind of 21 was 2/9 of the way. That's right, because 98 is the total, because it starts at 0. No, we're making good progress here. Now my preference is for dropping health and ammo that it drops the smaller ones, because that way it, you know, doesn't block out as much stuff. As long as I can still see if there's like a light hiding behind it or whatever. Dr. W. Doesn't even say Dr. Wily, just Dr. W. This is not DW, because then we would like be like, is this like Darkwing Duck space? Seems a bit off. Mega Man Darkwing Duck crossover. That'd be interesting. Should be at 23 now. Yep, 23. 23. The 98. Not too bad if you ask me. Didn't ask me, but you know, I'm telling you anyway. I don't know why you didn't ask me, like I'm the one playing, so I asking me would make sense, but... I don't want to have to go back to work tomorrow. But, you know, unfortunately I do. I'm scheduled to work tomorrow, and I technically live in, you know, a human society, which runs on capitalism, which, you know, means we need money to, you know, buy things and whatnot. It's an unfortunate state of affairs, but it is the state of affairs. Okay. Slowing down and getting lives again. I mean, the RNG giveth, the RNG taketh away. Okay, now we're not getting even any items. There we go. RNG had me worried there for a second there. I'm like, nothing? I know I was saying the RNG give, the RNG take it away, but that was a bit much. Take away. Ah crap, there was a... I saw the one up and then it disappeared right before I grabbed it. So I was just looking away from the screen for a second. That's all it took. Just curious how long I've been live for, which is looks like about 2.5 hours. Another half hour or so of this. Ammo just was stuck in the ground. Nobody could get it. Nobody at all. Okay. Let's see now. Just keep at it. Keep grabbing everything. Making our way through. Okay. We're sitting at still 23, I think, right? We're 23 lives. Yeah, still at 23. It's interesting how the game like slows down when you're, you know, getting health or ammo while the thing fills up. I say slows down, like it stops or whatever, like kind of pauses later. Getting filled up. Does make this take a bit longer than otherwise would. I'm getting hungry. I'm really hoping to go to PNW. I don't know if I want to walk there. Maybe my roommate will be home by then. I can get borrow his car. He's interested in getting some food as well. But he's been gone since yesterday. Like, he was gone yesterday when I got up. I'll just let me get money from him for thing. Okay, let's... Silly birds think you can take me out. Ooh, that's 25 now. 25 lives. That is awesome. Even with the zero counting, like, there's no reason it should be 98 instead of 99. The only reason for stuff to max out at 99... I mean, I know it is 98, but, like, it's weird, because, like, the reason for things to max out at 99 is not a coding issue, it's just a, like, display issue. I mean, like, obviously you have to code it for the display, but, like, the reason you max out is that's the amount before you would need, like, extra space, display space or whatever. But, so, because it's a display issue, like, it's a programming issue, that's why, like, you know, something maxes out at, like, 256 or whatever, it really maxes out at 255 because it includes 0. But with lives, maxing out at 99, that's not, doesn't, whether it maxes out at 98 or 99, wouldn't actually change anything, the amount of space it takes up coding-wise. So there's really no reason, no logical reason I can think of for why it would be 98. This is like Castlevania 2 all over again. Except there was like weird because it was like, what was it in Castlevania? There was something that maxed out in Castlevania 2 that I was just like, that makes no sense. Like, during my research, like, I found enough people, like, that maxed out at 98 that I know, like, including some that I've done on video and such, so, like, I mean, not that, like, like, the whole thing on video, like, what I'm doing, but, you know, some that just, like, you know, showed, Kevin 27, show the file bit or whatever. Like, I know it's legit, but it's weird. Because why would you do that? Conscious decision was made to max out at 98. would have just been honestly, it could have just been a typo on the code. Could have been like, you know, writing, you know, if, means to write like, if 99, you know, don't increase or whatever, and instead accidentally wrote a 98 instead. I mean, that's definitely possible. That'd be hilarious if that was true. Just like, oh, just like typo, but then it's like, well, I don't actually care enough to fix it because that doesn't actually matter. It really doesn't matter, like, from like any kind of practical perspective, whether max out at 98 or 99, it's just that 98 just is weird, a weird choice. So, you know, you want it to max out at like, you know, nice, or like, you know, 99 would be the highest before, you know, goes to another digit, so that would make sense, but 90, yeah, the only, you sometimes max up out different points, like when you max up, you know, like 100, 200, whatever. That's just because, like, there it's nice, like, round number. 98, not so much. I'm gonna go with my theory that was a typo. It was supposed to be 99, but then accidentally set the max to 98 and just said, screw it, it doesn't matter, I don't care about changing that one character. I mean, like, yeah. And we all do that, stuff like that, like, when we're at work, it's just like, okay, yeah, that's technically, you know, in this case, I'm not even technically wrong, it's just, that's, like, technically not the logical way to do things, but, you know, not hurting anyone. So it's fine. Everything's fine. Just until the ninjas arrive, then stuff just gets messed up. But there's no ninjas in this game, so we're fine. Are there any ninja-themed characters in Mega Man? Ninja Man. I'm aware of, but I mean, you never know. You never know. I mean, honestly, as long as there are words, they can keep making more Robot Masters and keep making more classic Mega Man games. We originally got, like, what was that? Mega Man 11 a year? Was that last year? Was that even the year before already? I can't even remember now. I think that was last year, though. Yeah, you just keep putting different words in front of man, and you can keep making Robot Masters. As long as you do that, you can keep making games. Sorry. I haven't been getting enough sleep ever. I was gonna say lately, but no, that'd be a lie. Just in general. I mean, I haven't been getting enough sleep lately, but not the implication that it's just lately, but, you know, pretty much forever. It's definitely been a bit worse as of late. I mean, as of late being, like, the last several months, but... things will hopefully start improving. What are we sitting at now? 30. We are at 30. My life count is almost up to my age count. 2 more lives. I'm 32 right now.
this is definitely a good place to do this.
But it doesn't make sense for me to get ANW today. Like, is it like a high chance I'm gonna just stop off on my way home from work tomorrow anyway? Might as well just do that tomorrow. Yeah, because tomorrow I'm only working a 5-hour shift, which means I'm not gonna have a lunch break, so I'm probably just gonna stop off at either A&W or KFC on my walk home anyway, so I might as well just make the A&W tomorrow then. That would make sense. Still want A&W today, but it probably just makes sense. More sense to just have some tomorrow. I'm walking home from work. And then Tuesday, I unfortunately have a 4 AM shift. But, you know, it is what it is. Just realized I still have my gamepad facing me. Since I'm not actually using it as a screen right now, I can put it the other way so it's not distracting. It hasn't been distracting up till now, but also when I noticed it, now it was going to be distracting. I also realized it was still facing me. I only need it for that. I mean, I might need it, like, later on, but in this game, that won't even be today, so... Because I'm just going for another, what, 16 minutes? Running a bit low on ammo. Excellent, excellent. I mean, ammo is not the biggest deal, because we can kill these guys with, like, anything. This is just the most effective, fastest way of doing it. And we're back at full. For the time being. At least. And we'll shift back and forth many more times before we are done. It would be nice if when multiple items appear on screen, if there was like a kind of a significance order that they disappeared in, so that like lives would stay regardless, or at least like unless it was just lives on the screen. It would be ridiculous. If you had enough just lives on the screen for them to start disappearing, nothing else, just lives. I don't know how many items can be on screen at once, but it's hard to tell exactly because they're all like, you know, going to all of them are going to the same spaces and such. your life.
Okay.
31. Hoping we get at least up to 32 before the end of stream. Just because, you know, ending off with my lives being equal to my age would be nice. Lives being even higher would be better, but like... That'd also be a third of the way to max lives. So... Look, it's a third of the way by the end of stream. I can't remember when we started on this level, because we did spend the first chunk of stream just going through the RoboMaster levels. And while our initial goal had been to get lives on there, that ended up not really happening. I mean, we got lives, we also lost lives, and got game overs and such, so... There's a whole thing. Yeah. In this game, you can't miss any items. That's sort of like some glitch to like get to the Wily levels without having beat all the Robot Master levels. Hey, we made it 32. So we reached my goal. If we can get any more, obviously that's even better. Saves us time for next time. Whenever that may be. Another 10 minutes left in stream. That's grand. What was I doing for last week's... last week was Lego Star Wars, that's right. And a lot of the last few have been a lot of stuff like this where I'm just kind of, you know, farming for stuff. I mean, the way I 100% stuff, because it does often include, you know, max lives, max score, max whatever. Does often mean farming stuff. We need to check what next week's is going to be. I want to say next week is Donkey Kong 3. That's going to be an interesting one. Let's see how it goes. I think I just have the 3 left from the sub from last year before we started the voting system, so like, we have next Sunday is I think Donkey Kong 3, and the Sunday after that is Mario Paint, and after that is Mega Man 5, and then we'll do like, probably the 12-hour stream that I owe, plus if I end up owing... If we end up reaching 50 subs, then I owe a 24-hour stream. So I'll do a couple Sundays, do that one Sunday as well, and then we'll switch over to voting stuff, which currently I think the first place is currently a tie between Legend of Zelda and Paper Mario. Top of my head, I don't know which one I would go with first. My instinct is Paper Mario, but that might change. I mean, obviously, if either of them gets more votes between now and then, both of them get more votes, it could still be up to me, but neither of them do. I am, of course, the tiebreaker. But I mean, either way, it will be both of them happening, it's just which order they were happening in. Which one would come first? Another 5 minutes. Just over 5 minutes left in stream. No, I've been kind of going back and forth between quiet and, you know, we're talking about just randomly talking. Past bit. Part of that is just, you know, because I'm just somewhat competitive, it does get a bit, to think of what to talk about, especially when, like I said, have not been getting enough sleep, so thing that I need to work on. Getting better sleep, so when I'm doing these repetitive things, I can still keep my mind sharp and talking about stuff. Well, doing other stuff like I can often be a bit more talkative if I have about stuff that's going on in the game. I mean, obviously if people are talking in chat, I can like be responding to that. But I don't expect anyone to be, you know, talking in chat, like, because like, it's not your job to keep me entertained. It's my job to keep you entertained. Like, lurking is a perfectly valid thing. Like, I regularly lurk in other people's streams. I mean, half the time when I watch them streams, I'm also doing other stuff. And just like, oh, something interesting happens, or is said that I want to respond to, I'll start talking, and sometimes I get in conversation, sometimes it's just, you know, one-off comment. No, there was another life there. I've been doing decently though. We are at about a third of max lives. It's not too bad. So, decent chance the next time we play this we'll either get, or what we should be able to get, you know, if not all the way maxed out, get at least really close. If we do get maxed out, then maybe next time we play it, we might even... Whenever that was, because I don't also don't know if it's... I mean, it's when it gets voted on to be played for a Cyberpunk Sunday, or if I end up doing Mega Man 12-hour marathon at some point. Which will be basically farming for lives in first Mega Man, then switching over to this at some point. In theory. Might as well Mega Man. I mean, original Mega Man, I'm not sure what it maxes out at. It also has a... Original Mega Man, in addition to lives, also has this score that needs to be maxed out, but... This whole thing... Probably do one more back in... Actually, no, where do we want to finish off? Probably the start of the level, just so that I also, next time I'm playing, to make sure I have the best chance of remembering, okay, this is where you left off. If I start at the end of this section, I'd be like, oh, I just need to keep going this way, and then it'd be like, oh no, I get too far. Get too far. I'm walking too far. In the end, it won't even matter. A couple over here. Okay, so we are currently at 32 lives. So my lives are my age, and also third of the way to the max. Excellent. I'll be back streaming again on Wednesday with celebrate 2 years since I became an affiliate here on Twitch. I'll be doing some more Ninja Gaiden 3. Hopefully this week actually beating it. We'll see how it goes. Because I mean, I hoped to beat it last week and that did not happen. But we'll see how it goes. So that's Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Thursday doing Ghosts and Goblins again 1 p.m. Friday 1 p.m. doing some more Sonic the Hedgehog. Next week next Saturday Star Wars RPG at 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. You can check any of my social medias that are linked to in chat. Yeah, next Sunday for Summer, and I'm pretty sure it's Donkey Kong 3. I'm just going to check my list to confirm. That's the wrong list. There we go. Yes, Donkey Kong 3. Yeah, then the week after is Mario Paint, the week after is Mega Man 5, and then we're done with like the old system of sub-quests. I mean, technically there are still 2 people that have been subbed last year, one from October, one from November, neither of whom ever actually made a request. So either of them do make a request before the end of I finish this, they can, but otherwise in the future I can still do user subs from like last year for votes. But yeah, hey Atsu, yeah, you came in at the end. Sorry about that. Timing's improving. Timing's improving to me. Improving means persevering. Okay. Oh, I just accidentally clicked on something. Need to wait for that to open up so I can close it down. There we go. You had already made your sub request, right, Atsu? What you were voting for? Yeah, Super Smash Brothers for a Wii U. Okay, just checking. Because I've got a lot more subs than I'm used to, so it's a bit hard for me to keep track of off the top of my head who has and hasn't all voted for stuff. I have my list, like, where I keep everything listed, but just, like, off the top of my head, I'm like, was it... Was that something that was in? But yeah, you did. Yeah. Let's see here. Who are we going to go and raid? A lot of people streaming. Ooh, Astro is doing Mother 3. Okay, so here's our options for could raid somebody playing Mother 3. We could do Monster Hunter World. So you're playing that. We could raid I think it's going to be one of those. You're a huge Smash fan? That is awesome. I really quite enjoy Smash Brothers as well. I don't have Ultimate yet because I don't have a Switch, but I have every other Smash Brothers game. And N64 Smash I actually have twice because I have it for the N64 and I have it on the Wii Virtual Console. Okay, I think we're going to go raid Astro, who is playing Mother 3. I assume with translation, because, you know, it'd be a bit silly to be playing it in the Japanese when he doesn't know Japanese. Yeah, definitely. Only Smash you didn't have was the first one? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I only bought that one. Well, actually, I was going to say I bought that one used, but I also bought Melee used. Brawl was the first one I bought new. Mainly because with Melee, I didn't need to, because I had, like, 4 or 5 friends that owned it, so, like, I would be borrowing it from one, then as soon as they wanted it back, I'd return it, borrow from another, because the nice thing with GameCube, it's, my data is all on my memory card, so it doesn't matter if, like, it's a different, copy of the game or whatever. Anyway, there is the raid message. Anybody that wants to go raid with me can join in. And yeah, we're going to head over there. Thanks everyone for coming out. It's been a blast, and I will see you all later.